Let's welcome our final guest. Bruno compared them to a couple of old-fashioned movie stars. This works. And they certainly put us in a spin with their timeless waltz. They are a class act. It's Davood and Nadiya. I'm never stopping. Never stopping.
It was stylish, it was simple, but so effective. I was totally charmed.
It was absolutely effortless. The care you had in Hold with Nadiya.
Elegance, grace, simplicity, beautiful.
Davood and Nadiya, everybody. Oh, it was so elegant, it was swelligant, and we have not stopped singing that record all weekend.
Great song.
I think perhaps, Davood, you were born to waltz.
Do you think?
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it.
Yeah,
Really, there was obviously there's a lot to think about when you're doing the ballroom. My shoulders were playing up early days, weren't they? And you had to get me to work hard on that. So there's a lot to think about. But it's such a nice dance. Very exposing.
Very exposed.
Very slow.
Very technical.
But look at you, though. You were like the two of you floating around, like, and it looks like and smells like the lucky socks are definitely working. I know they're back.
Yeah, they're back.
You told Claude that they've still not been washed, or have they been washed?
They've been washed now. The
Okay.
missus wouldn't let it happen anymore.
Okay, all right.
Socks appeal. Very
I know,
nice.
very nice.
Yeah, very
Noticed
nice.
that. Very nice. Nadiya, you stripped this dance right back. It obviously worked. Why was it key to keeping this simple, traditional?
I think it was time for him to do just a dance without parachuting onto the dance floor or doing an extra things. I felt he was ready. It was a huge challenge for him, and he felt it. He was very nervous, but the way he did it, I was so proud of him, and he was feeling every step, every moment. So it was so magical.
Definitely gives you all the feels when it goes right, that
Yeah.
waltz. That's something that's really, I don't think I've had it to that level before, where you actually really feel in the dance and everything, and it's great choreography, and everything seems to come together in the right time.
I know. I think sometimes it just happens, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You obviously worked so hard on that, and the music and the costumes, it was all too much. Also, I mean, look, Shirley said you took her back in time. Bruno was charmed. Darcy said it was her kind of waltz. I mean, those comments are incredible. How do they make you
It's
feel?
lovely to hear that at the end.
Yeah.
But I genuinely didn't know how it had gone. It was one of those where you start the dance, it was a bit of a blur. We did the dance, all the feels were there, it felt lovely, and I could see you were happy.
Know.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
And it was quite straight faced, and I went up to I thought, oh no, this hasn't gotten too well.
We all like that.
Yeah, and then they said really lovely things.
Nice.
And I always say, you know, it's, as long as Nadia's happy at the end of the dance, then I'm happy. But to hear, obviously, from those judges who know what they're talking about, it made us...
even better.
It's great.
It's even better. It's only going to help, isn't it?
Yeah.
There was only one tiny little thing Craig said, wanted a bit more swing and sway, but he did point out that that is hard, even for the professional dancers.
Absolutely. Because it's a waltz, it's about swing and it's about sway. We worked on it as much as we could in that week.
Yeah, we did kind of
yes.
touch on that more than ever, didn't we? We tried. I think there's been some improvement on it.
Absolutely.
But
I think it was better. But especially with waltz, you have to do it. We did it as much as we could.
Yeah.
It's one of the most difficult things technically, and with that music. It was quite difficult, but he's amazing.
I know, he is amazing.
He is.
And your on-screen brother, Shaheen Jaffagoli, a.k.a. Shaquille from EastEnders, was very impressed. He tweeted, "So Davood Nadiya is the king of suave. Another sickening performance. Please, everybody, vote, vote, vote." Now, by sickening, I'm assuming that he meant it in the street sort of slang sense. An adjective similar to cool, referring to something that is great. You might say it was sick, bruv.
Yes, bruv.
That's what you might say. I know, it's so lovely, got so much support. And, OK, there's also been online comparisons to a certain Disney character as well.
Yeah, there was an Aladdin moment. I don't know what happened there, but
A whole new world.
A whole new world.
Can you see it? Yes.
A whole new world.
See him on the carpet.
And I need a little Abu. I need a little monkey
I
to
can
carry
be a
with me.
monkey.
She can be. She's been on my shoulder a few times.
Oh, no, she has. First, past the Doblathon, how was it out there on the floor with everyone?
It's strange sharing that dance floor with so many others. And with the passo as well, it's quite kind of strong and full of energy, so you can feel people coming up behind you and everything. But these guys are used to it, but for us, it was like, what's going on?
Especially for a man
Traffic.
celebrity to do all the floor craft, and you did it well.
Great
again.
experience, that.
Well
Good floor craft.
Thank you.
Argentine tango this week for musicals for these two. This is so exciting.
I love watching
You're the
that.
first man to do the Argentine tango this year. Debbie and Alexandra both got 38. You can follow that.
Pressure.
How's it going so far?
So far, early days, but so far it's different for the guys, right? I mean, it's a tough one to...
It's very difficult for a man. He should lead every step, every mime move. He's in control of everything. So little detail, if the timing is wrong. His balance is not there. It might ruin everything. But
I know.
no pressure. No
But
pressure.
just to give you some encouragement, can I tell you
Yeah.
that you are the only celebrity, I think it's in the last 3-4 weeks, to have not gone below 35. This is good stuff.
Really?
Does that give you a bit of momentum going into the Argentine tango?
Well, now I'm a bit hot and nervous and sweaty. Yeah, no, it is pressure, isn't it? But I love watching the Argentine tango, so I love people to feel the way I do when I watch the Argentine tango, which is
Okay.
that they just love it. And if I can get that right and you're happy, then I'll be pleased, whatever the score.
Oh, all the
Yes,
and
yes.
the gotchas, it's going to be
Yes,
incredible.
Orlando.
Keep that strength, it's brilliant, doing so brilliantly. Davood and Nadia.
Thank you, Davood.